Maybe what would it be like to escape into the world that they are living in? Maybe you even rewatch the episodes over and over again well into your adulthood because the show has become comforting and the world that it's in, even if it's magical and fantastical and has monsters, feels more comforting to you than real life. But what are the existential consequences of never being able to actually escape into that show and just placating that desire to leave the real world behind? Our over-reliance on screens and TV to help us realize the truth about ourselves and what it's like to grow up in a media-saturated landscape are the basis for A24's new horror film, I Saw the TV Glow. Written and directed by Jane Schoenburn, I Saw the TV Glow is not your typical horror movie with the kind of jump scares and monsters that you come to associate with horror movies. It's more of an existential, what am I doing with my life? Should I stop watching movies kind of horror movie. The film follows young Owen and Maddie, who are teenagers in the suburbs in the late 90s, who find themselves really disconnected from the world around them. They feel very suppressed in the homogenous suburbs that are suppressing their individuality, and they find a connection over their shared love for a fictional TV show for young adults called The Pink Opaque. Inspired by Monster of the Week TV shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Pink Opaque is about two young girls who meet at a sleepaway camp and develop a psychic connection, use that psychic connection to help them defeat the monsters of the week and keep the world safe from the big bad. Now, this film takes a less traditional format in its narrative. It feels more like a metaphor and an experience. At times, it kind of lulls you into a very meditative state, and I felt myself feeling very relaxed and then feeling that overwhelming sense of dread just creep over me. There's an incredible use of neon lights throughout the film, emphasizing our reliance on unnatural light sources, and you'll see that echoed throughout the film. And even when we do have natural light sources outside, it feels very muted. It doesn't feel as alive and kinetic as the TV light. Consequences of suppression and monotony feel so palpable and real for anyone who grew up in the suburbs or anyone who grew up in the 90s. I feel like there is a lot to connect with, and I found myself feeling like I could be best friends with Jane Schoenbrunn by the end of this film because they just struck such a unique chord in what it's like to form those relationships with the TV shows that raise us. The soundtrack to this film is also incredibly unique and captivating. I really thought that it added to the dreamlike feel of this entire movie. There's parts where I don't know when we are in the fictional in-universe TV show and when we are in their real life. And I feel like that confusion adds to the dread that just takes over you as you're watching this movie. I won't unpack the personal inspirations that the writer-director shared about making this film because I feel like it would inform you